How many times have you heard yourself speak and thought, gosh, is that my voice? I sound so high pitched, or I sound so squeaky, or I sound like a kid. You know, these little thoughts and these little voices in your head that keep coming to you are called limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are literally what they are. They convince you that you are otherwise. So you can't do this stuff because you sound like a kid, or you sound high pitched, or you sound too rough, or anything like that. Some of you are actually aware of your limiting beliefs, and some of you have no idea what limiting beliefs you might have. So let me share with you some of the limiting beliefs my clients have shared with me, and I'm sure there's plenty more, and I'm sure you can add them in. One of my first limiting beliefs I've heard my clients say is, this is the way I sound. I can't change a thing about my voice. That's one limiting belief. The next one they've talked about is, I can't sing. Can't sing to save myself. And the third limiting belief I've come across very frequently is, I sound really high-pitched when I'm speaking. Now, I used a high-pitched voice just to know you guys, but that's mainly the three limiting beliefs I've heard from all of my clients. Another way that limiting beliefs manifest within ourselves and our communication is via physical attributes. I think quite a lot of us miss them because they are not as apparent as a verbal communication, but some of them have to do with being, I'm sitting like this, slouched, within your shoulders, reducing eye contact, mumbling, speaking so that you're not being heard, speaking really soft, or speaking really fast so that people don't actually hear you, and hence ask you to repeat yourself, or you don't have to hear your voice. So in a way, and in a big huge way, limiting beliefs limit what you can do and what you can't do. Limiting beliefs affect how much a change you put in your life, or how much a change you can put in your voice. And most importantly, limiting beliefs are just what they are, limiting, and they're pretty much false. So I will talk about the three limiting beliefs that I brought up earlier and how to dispel them, so you are knowing that you've got control over your limiting beliefs and you can work against them and get rid of them because they're not real, they're limiting. Okay, the first one was, I can't change the way my voice sounds. A lot of people tell me this, and this is something that's truly not true, because you can change the way your voice sounds simply by moving your vocal cords in any way. So I can sound really deep like this, I can sound really high pitched like this, and that wasn't a lot of effort. And I'm sure you can do this too if you try this at home, just lowering your voice box and raising your voice box super high. So how can you do this to sustain long-term speaking and conversation? You can tune in and do lots of resonance exercises, which I have in my other YouTube videos, and you can practice going up and down in NG sounds or even E sounds. You can go yee, 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 yee. You can go low and high pitched, and you can definitely work on the pitch of your voice and how low and high you sound. Number two, the other limiting belief I hear often is, I can't sing. So I used to be one of those people. Growing up as a child, I was always told you can't hold a tune, you've got no rhythm, you've got no beat, nothing. And to an extent, I certainly believed lots of it. I still don't know how to sing. I haven't trained myself to sing, and neither have I gone for singing classes. However, I've been doing lots of videos to you guys on how to warm up your voice, and I do work a lot with my clients, and I do lots of examples for my clients to follow, and I video myself, and I audio record myself. I hear myself and I think, that voice is really not that bad. My voice is really not that bad. If I wanted to change it, and if I wanted to learn singing, I'm sure I could. So just be aware that if that's a limiting belief of yours, just have to enroll in classes, singing classes, not my classes, and find a good singing teacher. I'm sure you'll be singing in no time. The third one is, I sound really squeaky and my voice breaks and I sound really high pitched. Being a catalyst for change. You have to have a catalyst for change. You need to be aware what you want to work on. So if you want to work on your voice and you think it's really high pitched or nasal, speak to someone to make sure that it's either you're imagining it or it's real or it's not real. You know, maybe you don't sound high pitched. Maybe you don't like the way you sound in audio recording, because all of us sound more high pitched when we listen to ourselves speaking. It's different. Or so you can try a couple of things like yawning exercises, which are also my YouTube videos, are really, really good to help you work on your resonance and lowering your pitch down of your voice. If you're convinced that your voice is just really high pitched, just permanently high pitched, and you speak through your nose lots of the time, talk to a speech therapist, talk to me, talk to anybody in your area that you trust as well, and just ask them, look, is my voice really high pitched, and how can I make it lower pitched voice? Simple as that. And with that, your limiting beliefs are gone. So good luck. I'd love to actually hear the rest of your limiting beliefs about your own voice, and just be very aware of them. Set aside some time, 30 minutes maybe, write down every single thought that comes to your head, and you'll be surprised what evil thoughts you have in your head about yourself. And you'll be surprised, most of them will be the same thoughts, and you'll be surprised that you can get rid of them as easily as 1, 2, 3. Till the next time, see you guys, bye.